We're live.
Welcome back to WCCU SN WCCU Radio's broadcast of the Coast Carolina versus Winthrop Eagles basketball game here today. How are we feeling today, Cade?
I'm feeling really confident. I'm feeling good about a Chanticleer's victory today and a rivalry renewed of sorts.
Yes, we are. We're ready for the day. Obviously, the starting fives got announced just a little bit ago. Who's your player to watch for both teams right now today?
So for Coast Carolina, I'm going to go with Rasheed Jones. He currently leads the team in scoring with 17 points per game. One of 3 returners from last season under head coach Justin Gray. So I'm going to watch out for him, especially behind the arc.
Love your idea.
He's a good shooter behind the arc.
Is.
And then we're going to go with Logan Duncombe for the Winthrop Eagles here.
Yeah.
Big center for them. Starting center for them tonight. Only played 60 minutes last game, but
24 minutes, had 6 fouls. Sorry, I messed that up.
My apologies. Only play he had 6 fouls fouled out last game, but I looked for him to be the anchor in the middle for the Eagles out here.
Especially after Coach came off a big game last time where they did really well down low, obviously against a smaller team in Virginia Lynchburg. But yeah, I'm excited for this. As we're about to get ready for tip-off here. We're gonna have Pete versus Duncombe be the jump. All right, here we go. We'll see who gets the ball first here, Cade. Looking at a great broadcast. Let's do this.
Looking Nadrick Pete from he's our forward center, 6'10" out of Alexandria, Jamaica.
Yes.
Formerly from Hawaii Hilo.
Yes. Carolina crowd getting into it with a lot of claps here. Obviously going to clap until the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer score is how it goes here at Coastal games now.
Very reminiscent of the Hurricanes over there in Raleigh, the Storm Surge. A little bit of a stoppage
like
here.
There's something on the court early here. Early on, we already have some court debris.
Seemed like one of the piece of confetti from one of the pom-poms.
Yeah. Here we go. We'll see who wins a tip. Ball is in the air, and Pete wins it for Coast Carolina. Dantzler now has the ball. He'll bring it up and give it to Jones, who's now going to bring it across half court. Gives it over to Dantzler, sitting at the top of the key as some movements going on down low. Gives the ball into Pete at the top of the key, over to Beetle. Beetle now with the ball, working against Lewis, I believe. Yeah, working against Wilson, not Lewis. Beetle gets the ball in the corner and knocks it down. A big 3 there to start Coast Carolina scoring, put him up 3-0. As Wilson's now going to bring it up the court for the Winthrop Eagles.
Great start for Coastal there.
Yeah, you can't complain at all. Passes it over to number 11 there, who is 11's Cloet, who actually went 3. He only shot 3-pointers the last time he was in the game.
Great stop there by Pete down low.
Yeah. Dantzler's now bringing the ball up the court on the left wing. A screen from Pete opens him up to the key, who passes it over to Jones. Jones steps back, takes the 3 ball, and knocks it down in the corner, making this game 6-0 early on.
I don't think they secret what Coastal's planning on doing early. They're trying to kill Winthrop from the 3.
Yes, they are. Winthrop has the ball at the top of the key, gives it over to Wilson on the wing, who gives it over to Duncombe. Back to Wilson. Sorry, Wilson not have the ball early. 3 ball in the corner from Winthrop is an air ball. Oh, my gosh. As I hope the crowd is getting into it on him. Barry Winthrop's leading scorer there misses that one in the corner.
Not necessarily a bad shot, just not a shot you want to be taking right now.
Yeah, definitely not early in the game. Another 3 for Coastal in the corner. And Rasheed Jones, once again, you talked about him being a great shooter. He knocks down another one, makes it 9-0 here early for Coastal.
3 straight 3-pointers for the Chanticleers here early.
Yes, this has been great. Beetle guarding number 2, Kareem Rozier right now at the left wing. Takes a step back, gives it up to Cloet, who gives it over to Wilson on the wing. Pass it down low to Duncombe, and he's right on the line, and it's a turnover. Beetle running, gives it over to Dantzler. Oh, he missed with the ball in the corner, and knocks down another one.
Oh, my goodness.
That makes it 12-0 now.
Not bad for a team shooting only 37% from the 3-point line, from the start of the season here.
I was really shocked he was able to make that one. Winthrop gets a foul. Duncombe goes to the basket, tries to lay up, misses, but does get the foul call, head to the line for 2.
You can't even be mad at that foul.
No,
Winthrop needed a break on that one. They're lucky to get the whistle there. I thought that was a clean play down low, but obviously the refs here are doing their job. They're going to see a lot different than I would over here on the scorers table.
Yeah.
Well, not scorers table, but broadcast table.
Yeah, Duncombe's a 75% free throw shooter. We'll see if he can knock down any of these for Winthrop here.
Winthrop has shot 83% from the free throw line all year.
And he knocks down the first one. That'll make it now 12-1 Coastal out to a great lead here. Mio is going to check in, former Coastal Carolina guard, and I hope I can hear some boos here from the crowd as and I do hear a couple rain down as he left us to go to Winthrop now. Jones and Mio talking a little bit to each other, former teammates. Duncombe with the free throw, misses it off the right rim. Jones grabs the rebound, gives it up to Beetle, who brings it across half court. Gives it over to Hill in the corner, who drives into the lane and takes a reverse layup and misses. Not a great shot there. Definitely would have looked down low to Pete, who was sitting right under the rim.
They definitely want to make the extra pass there.
Yes, and a 3-ball there from Dalen Berry. He knocks one down, cuts the lead down to 8.
So Winthrop trying to turn the tide here, trying to get their bearings after getting assaulted early on. 4 straight made threes by Coastal Carolina.
Coastal 4 or 5 from the field now, obviously with 4 threes. Beetle's going to get it on the left wing here, get a screen from Pete, who's going to give it over to Dancer. Dancer's going to drive into the rim, take a floater, and miss it from the right part of the free throw line. Mio now has the ball for the first time back in the building he played at last year. Going to take a 3-ball and knock it down. Absolutely drains that one. Now makes it 12-7. Winthrop continuing to cut into this lead.
Say Mito, a great shooter for Coastal Carolina last season, especially for the 3.
He was a great player for us. It was fun watching him play. He's definitely very athletic. Pete has the ball at the top of the key. Going to look for a pass. Gives it to Beetle over on the left wing. Beetle going to try to work on Barry here. Going to come and get a screen on the left from Pete. Beetle goes into the lane, kicks it out to Dancer on the corner. Dancer, a step back 3 is going to be short. And off the rim, Barry gets the rebound and gives it up to Mio.
Now for Coastal, just because he made 4 straight threes doesn't mean you want to start relying on it all game.
Yes, that's very true. Oh, and Mio gets by him in a strip there by Reggie Hill. A great play by him. Even though he gets beat on the right wing, Mio getting to the basket, Hill able to get there and knock the ball out of his hand.
I say if Reggie wasn't going to get there, Pete definitely was. And I would be scared to face Nadrick Pete down low. 6'10", forward center from Jamaica. He holds the program record over there, his former school, Hawaii Hilo, for rebounds, 6'48".
Wow. Heck yeah.
Very prolific center to have down there.
Yeah, he did come out of the game there for Ngopo. Ngopo and McVicar check into the game for Coastal. And Winthrop also made a couple subs. Barry gets a floater to go, making it now 12-9. Winthrop continuing cutting into this lead, only at 3 now for Coastal.
The Coastal after that 12-0 run now as the victim of a Winthrop run.
Gives it over to Beetle. Beetle at the top of the key, looking for a screen from Ngopo. Ngopo at the top of the key. He is a solid shooter from range. Going to give it up to Jones. Jones going to get a screen from Ngopo. McVicar back up to Jones at the top of the key. Jones over to Dantzler in the corner, who drives, gives it into Ngopo, who loses the ball, and it's going to be a turnover for Coastal Carolina. That's Rozier bringing the ball up the court. Mio, wide open from the left wing, misses a 3-pointer. And Coastal grabs the rebound. McVicar with the rebound there. Beetle now bringing it up the court to the left wing. Takes the screen from Ngopo. They have the switch, but Beetle is going to travel there. He went up to take the shot. Ball slipped out of his hand, and he touched it once again.
A little bit of a fundamental error there by Beetle. We saw something reminiscent of that in last year's national championship game.
We did, yeah. That was rough.
That was rough to watch.
Yeah. Speaking of the Final Four last year, great Final Four. One of the better tournaments we've had in a long time.
I know. I don't really watch college basketball actually watch college basketball, but I actually invested in myself in the March Madness last season, especially with McNeese's run and all of that. It was actually pretty entertaining, especially at the Final Four and then the championship game coming down to one possession in the championship game.
It doesn't get better than that. Absolute cinema. But yeah, no, it was super exciting. We'll stay here for this timeout break because we do have a lot to talk about, obviously. I want to talk about Coastal's cold run we've went on. Obviously, missed shots and turnovers are the 2 things that are going to kill any run. And obviously, we saw Coastal go through a lot of those just now.
After a 12-0 run by Coastal Carolina, Winthrop completely flipped the script and has gone on a 9-0 run of their own. Coastal currently on a 2-minute scoring drought.
Yeah.
And obviously, turnovers and missed shots have played a key role in that. Like I said before, you don't want to rely on the 3-point. Even though you've seen it find early success from it, you want to continue to mix your shots up, especially when you have big guys down low like Pete, like Braden McVicar, those big 6'10", 6'11" guys down low.
Yeah. I think we definitely need to get the ball inside. However, Winthrop has looked very good down there. The couple shots that Coastal has taken down low obviously been misses, as we weren't able to find anybody down low. The Reggie Hill reverse layup was a little ill-advised. He had It was Pete who was still down low down there, right outside the restrictive arc. Wasn't able to get it to him. Hill took the reverse layup, missed it. The turnover just now from Beetle, which really I think is going to be a good talking point over there in the Coastal huddle right now.
I mean, outside of the scoring drive, as a team, Coastal's currently shooting 57% from the field as well,
Yeah.
and then 80% from the three. So some great early success shooting, just some recent success hasn't been there.
Yeah. We'll see what Winthrop comes out doing, as they're obviously going to have the ball here. But yeah, so we're coming back. A couple subs here for Winthrop. Monroe comes into the game. I think it's Hendaway. It's kind of weird. The A comes before the W in his name, because you would think it would be Hendaway, but it's not. It's kind of weird. But he checks into the
That's
game.
language, man.
Yeah. Mio stays in the game for Winthrop. Does not have the ball right now, as it's Rozier who has the ball. Gives it up to Barry at the top of the key. Mio, a fake screen. Barry working on Jones, gives it down low to Monroe. Monroe working on Ngopo right now with a shimmy, but passes it out to Rozier, top of the key, and misses a three, not able to knock it down. And Ngopo with the rebound, giving it up to Dancer, who's now going to bring it across the half-court line for Coastal.
So Dancer, one of the many transfers here to Coastal Carolina. Only 3 players remain from last season.
Yes.
For Coach Gray.
Dancer is a transfer from Lemoyne, which I had no idea existed, but is a D1 college in Syracuse, New York.
The more you know.
And Ngopo down low, working on Monroe. Gets it knocked away from him, gives it up to Dancer up top at the top of the key. Takes a great step back there on Hendaway. Drives to the lane on Monroe and can't get the layup to go. Hendaway with the rebound, gives it up to Barry, who gets across half court, gives it over to Rozier in the corner, who takes a three and knocks it down.
Something on the last Coastal possession that is starting to become a trend here is there's not a lot of off-ball movement by the Chanticleers. You don't see a lot of effort of everyone trying to get open.
Yeah. As it's now 12-12, it's a tie game. Beetle loses the ball trying to dribble. Rozier going to take it all the way to the rack and lay it up for Winthrop's first lead of the game. Beetle, 2 elementary mistakes here early in this game. Hopefully he can get it going here soon in his pink shoes he's got on today.
Something definitely to keep an eye on Beetle out there on the turnover troubles.
They give it to Beetle at the logo. Once again, there's some off-the-ball movement. Pass to Jones, back to Beetle. Beetle, a great move inside, gets the layup to go. What a great play there. Able to get the screen, go left, go back right, and get to the lane and make a tough layup.
So what a way to make up for those 2 mistakes.
Very true. And Hendaway falls down, and I believe they're going to call a travel on that. It's going to be Coastal ball. He's trying to dribble, get to the lane, and McIntyre kind of pulls the chair on him. He falls down, and it ends in a travel. Rasheed Jones is going to come out of the game as the freshman, Tristan Thompson, shares a name with Cleveland Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson from back in the day. Well, I guess back in the day, yeah, we're old now.
You can call that there, yeah.
Yeah, but he comes into the game for Rasheed Jones. Beetle's going to bring the ball up for Coastal.
So Coastal now finally ending that run from Winthrop that went 14-0 before Coastal was finally able to answer some points.
Yeah. DeJon Craig also came in. Beetle gets a 3-ball from the left wing and knocks it down. Had 2 elementary mistakes, but comes back and gets 5 in a row for Coastal, giving them a 3-point lead, 17-14 with 13 left to go here in the first half.
I got to tell you that. A little bit of hardened step back there by Beetle.
Yeah. 3-ball there from number 4 on Winthrop, who is Pharrell Boyagueno. Beetle drives into the lane, takes a layup, and knocks it down. Gets him 7 in a row. A 7-0 run for Beetle alone here on the Winthrop Eagles defense.
He took those turnovers to heart. He's like, listen, I know I messed up. I'm going to make up for it right here.
Yeah. Oh, and a
quick little run.
Airballed floater. DeJon Craig bringing it up the court. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson loses the ball, and that's going to be Winthrop ball off of Thompson last.
Great pace by the Chanticleers in transition there. Just couldn't corral that one down low.
Yeah, the freshman not able to hold on to the ball there.
He'll learn.
Yeah, he will. He'll get there. One of Coach Gray's biggest recruiting wins so far here at Coastal Carolina, obviously in his second year here.
Yep, 3-star Tristan Thompson out of Florence. Local kid, played at Wilson High School, named 2025 Florence Morning News Boys Basketball Player of the Year.
Really?
Yep.
Duncombe gets a little post hook to fall down, makes it 19-16 Coastal lead. Craig going to pass it into Beetle here. Beetle taking his time bringing it up the court. Going to be guarded by Rozier once he does cross the half-court line. Rozier picking him up right at half-court. Craig moves out to the right wing. But Beetle has the ball, gives up to Ngopo at the top of the key and knocks it down. The bank The real bank is closed, but the basketball bank is still open here around 7:15.
Great shot there by Ngopo.
That was. But, and Matt Vakar with the big block.
Not
Coastal,
today.
Coastal in transition. Beetle bringing it up the court. Beetle looks for it, takes a post fade, but gets a foul. Misses the shot, gets the foul, head to the line for 2.
That was a great job by Beetle to draw the foul there. Once again, I would like to have seen another pass off of that, considering it was not a great shot to take at that point. However, did draw the foul, so we will see Beetle free throws coming up.
Yeah, we can go to break as we'll have a timeout called, I believe, by Winthrop. And we'll be right back from our break. This being WCCU SN Sports Network, WCCU Radio's broadcast of the Coastal Carolina Winthrop basketball game. Welcome back to WCCUSN, WCCU Radio Sports Broadcast Network today, as we are bringing you once again the Winthrop versus Coastal Carolina men's basketball game. Coastal Carolina with an early lead, 22-16, with 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first half, as it's going to be Joshua Beadle at the line for Coastal Carolina, looking to add 2 more to this Coastal lead.
This ancient, and I say ancient rivalry has been everything that we've wanted up to this point so far.
Yeah, 2 big runs by both teams to start the game. Beadle with his first free throw, misses it. Rims out there. Going to stay at 22-16 as he's going to take his second here in just a moment.
The first matchup between these 2 teams came in 1979, prior to their days in the Big South.
Where these two, my parents were born. Crazy.
Where these 2 teams were founding members of the Big South Conference.
Yeah. Beadle knocks down the second free throw, extends Coastal's lead to 7, as it's now going to be Wilson bringing the ball up the court as he just now crosses half court. Going to be guarded by Craig over there on the left wing. Wilson going to drive to the basket. Good defense there by Craig. Going to give it up to Barry, who's going to give it up to, I believe that's Koulé, who gives it into Duncombe, who's working on that's not Ngopo down low, that's Pete. But passes it out. Wilson going to get a 3 ball from the left wing and miss it. Front rim, rebounded by Tristan Thompson. Thompson going to try to bring it up in transition, weaving in and out of Winthrop defenders. Going to take it up, bring it up to the logo, and now run a play here for Coastal's offense. Gives it over to Beadle on the right wing. Screen by Pete. Beadle not open. Gives it over to Thompson. Thompson drives, takes a mid-range, and knocks that one down. 9-point lead for Coastal Carolina.
Great movement there by the freshman Thompson to get off-ball movement, on-ball movement. Just a great play there run by Thompson.
Yes, absolutely love it. Barry has the ball for Winthrop at the top of the key. Going to get a screen from Duncombe. Drive in on Pete. Has to get stopped there. Barry gets the layup to go on Tristan Thompson off the switch.
That was just a tough bucket there by Winthrop.
Yeah. Good defense, too. Just not much you can really do against that.
He wouldn't be denied on that one.
No. Beadle falls down, and it's going to be a travel. Another elementary mistake for Joshua Beadle early in this game. It's rough to see, but he does have some points to back it up for us.
I mean, last time he had 2 turnovers. He went on a 7-0 run all by himself. So
Very true.
let's give him some grace. However, it's still something you want to keep an eye on, that being his third turnover of the game.
Yeah,
his second travel in the first half.
Yeah, he does come out of the game here for Dantzler. Dantzler now going to be the one guarding Wilson. Wilson heads over to the right wing, gives it up to Barry at the top of the key. Barry gets a screen from Duncombe, drives in on Pete, takes a post fade, and not able to knock it down. Rebound by Rasheed Jones over Duncombe. Great job there to use Rasheed Jones' size against another tall player. And and Reggie Hill, or no, that's Pete. Pete almost took out a couple cheerleaders over there on the baseline. That was scary. But another turnover for this Coast Carolina offense.
Good thing everyone's okay down there. Just a little too tall there for Pete down low.
Yeah. Wilson bringing the ball up the court for Winthrop. Heads over to the right wing once again. Looks like they're going to try to run a similar play here for Winthrop, but there's going to be a foul called on Nodrick Pete as he was kind of holding Duncombe, who was trying to get over to the right block.
I was like, you really just can't do that. You could see clear as day the hook he had around his hip, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's going to be called all day, every day.
Wilson going to be substituted out here for Rozier. Rozier's now going to be the point guard for this Winthrop team. He's going to pass it in here. Gives it to Mio in the corner, who gives it down low to Duncombe, working on Ngopo, and misses the post hook. Ngopo with the rebound after a great defensive stop. Dantzler with the ball, bringing it across half court here. Gets the screen from Ngopo. Runs up to the top of the key, who gives it over to Ngopo on the wing. Gives it to Jones on a handoff. Jones back to Ngopo from the three-point line. Can't get that one to fall. Going to give it over to Rozier there. Oh, and a great screen from Duncombe. Gives it over to Barry on the right wing, who knocks down the three. Now cutting the Coastal lead to 4. Thompson going to give it over to Dantzler. Dantzler slowly bringing it up the court. Going to be guarded by Rozier here. Gives it over to Thompson around the left wing, top of the key area. Oh, and it's stolen. A bad pass there by the freshman. And Duncombe misses the dunk. Oh, my gosh. Duncombe missed the fast break dunk. And now Coastal's in transition, a 4-on-5. Over to Jones in the corner. Gets Barry to jump. Drives in. Back out to Ngopo. In the corner. Takes his time. And misses it. Back rim. Rebound by Reggie Hill. Over to Thompson on the block. Back out to Ngopo. And blocked by Duncombe. Now back up to the top to Rasheed Jones. Reggie Hill takes a three of his own and knocks it down. A good sequence there. Offensive rebounds by Coastal. Doing a great job to now extend the lead back to 7 for Coastal Carolina.
Boy, what a sequence there. Just some great, I wouldn't say great defense, just some in transition play, able to not be denied on the three right there.
Yeah. Rozier misses a three on Winthrop's end. Rebound by Rasheed Jones, who gives it up to Hill at the top of the key. Gives it to Dantzler on a quick little pass. Working in the right corner, gives it up to Hill back at the top of the key. Goes to his left, drives in, takes a bad layup off the backboard, but gets his own rebound, misses. Reggie Hill, and they're going to call a push off there on that one, as he did definitely push Barry there to try and go grab another rebound of his own.
I admire the aggression down there by
Reggie Hill.
But you just once again you cannot do that.
Can't throw a guy.
Love the aggression, but you can't just throw a guy fighting for the rebound.
Yeah, we'll go to a
I'm still surprised that Duncombe missed that dunk down there.
That was probably one of the craziest things that I've seen. It was a bad pass by, I think it was Tristan Thompson, the freshman. He tried to pass it up to Ngopo at the top of the key. Duncombe jumped the pass on the bounce pass, takes it away. Wide open fast break, goes for a two-hand dunk and just misses it.
That shows the importance of don't give up on the play.
Yeah.
It may seem dead to rights, that was a dunk right there. That was 100% a dunk. Well, 99.9%. That's at 0.01%.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't.
I'd even say it's 0.001. I don't know if he misses that shot in another 200 attempts.
I would say you give him 200 attempts, he's not missing another one of those.
Yeah, that was crazy to see. But we have a media timeout. We'll be back from break. WCCU SN, WCCU Radio Sports Network broadcast of the Coastal Carolina Winthrop men's basketball game. Welcome back to WCCU SN Sports Network, WCCU Radio's broadcast of today's game. Coastal Carolina men's basketball versus Winthrop men's basketball. We have a good one so far today. 28-21, Coastal Carolina leads with about 8 minutes to go.
So a little bit more history behind this matchup here is the series currently held by Coastal Carolina 45-41 in favor of the Chants. However, Winthrop has won the back-to-back in 23 and 24, the last 2 games that they faced off. Coastal 30-13 at home, and Winthrop 14-28.
Love to hear that, as Coastal still has the lead in the series, looking to add on to the lead in the series here today. A corner 3 here from Hendaway, not able to knock it down. It's going to be out of bounds on Winthrop, and it'll be Coastal's ball. Dantzler is going to pass it into Jones. I wouldn't be surprised if Jones does give it back to Dantzler, but no, Jones is going to take it himself, slowly walk it up the court here, and he's going to pass half court, guarded by Hendaway. Gives it over to Dantzler, who's guarded by Barry, and Gopo going to work his way to the top of the key and get the ball. Gives it over to Beadle on the left wing. Beadle gets the screen, but a good double team there on him to Hill in the corner. Hill back to Beadle at the left wing. Beadle going to try to go to work with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Hill going to come up and get a handoff on the left wing. Gives it to Jones with 5 seconds left now. Jones over to Hill on the left wing. And he can't knock down the 3 ball. Looked good from where I was sitting, but it was a little short.
Coach Gray visibly frustrated by that play right there, taking up too much of that shot clock.
100%. Barry working on Beadle over on the left wing. Rozier fumbles the pass, and Dantzler picks it up. Running on the fast break, going to take it out and stop at the left wing over to Jones at the top of the key, who's going to get the switch onto Hendaway. Hendaway guarding Jones. Jones over to Beadle in the corner. Beadle, a great move, working on Barry. Gets to the rim and can't get the left-handed layup to fall. Very close there, but he's going to head to the line and get another 2 free throws for himself.
I'd say another maybe half a second he holds that. That's probably going to be an and one for the Chants. But as it stands, it's going to be 2 free throws come up for Joshua Beadle.
Yeah. Back into the game for Beadle. Glad to see him back in the game. Hopefully he's got his composure back. Obviously a couple elementary turnovers early. He's going to go ahead and go into his routine and take the first free throw, which he misses. Has missed both of his first free throws early today. Rough. You got to be able to knock down your free throws. You highlighted it early in the pregame show before we got on live. Got to make those free throws. When you get the free ones, you have to be able to make them.
At the end of the game, it's those hidden points, like free throws you miss. They're those hidden points. If you would hit maybe 1 or 2 of those free throws, at this point, 6:40 left in the first half, that might have turned a 1-point loss into a 2-point win.
Yeah. Beadle is able to knock down the second one again. Visibly frustrated with himself after the missed free throws. But Winthrop now going to have the ball. It's going to be Rozier bringing it up, guarded by Dantzler, but passes it over to Hendaway in the corner, who takes the drive and misses a wide open layup. He missed a wide open layup there. You cannot do that one. That's a tough miss for Hendaway there. Only 4 points per game on the year, but that's one you got to be able to make, try to increase your total.
I mean, yeah, that's a fundamental layup right there. You can't be missing those, especially being down by 8 points.
Yeah. Dantzler going to bring it up the court here for Coastal Carolina. Going to bring it right across half court right now, and he's going to get some off-the-ball movement, gives it over to Jones on the right wing. Jones tries to take a drive over to Dantzler on the right wing, who's now dancing around. Jones on the left wing, dance back to Dantzler, who's at the top of the key, pulls up for 3 and misses. Rimmed out there, and it's going to stay Coastal's ball. Barry tries to go get in, knock it off of a Coastal player. Not able to. Coastal's going to retain the ball here. What do you think of that shot there from Dantzler?
I mean, it's not a bad shot to be taken, but like I said, I'm always an advocate for the extra pass.
I agree.
There's always a better shot to take.
Yeah, there was plenty of time left on the shot clock there, too. Kind of shocked to see him take that shot, but pass it into Beadle here. Beadle working on Barry in the corner. Beadle going to take the drive and make that layup. He wasn't going to be denied on those easy layups again. He gets that one there. And now Rozier going to bring it up the court, guarded by Dantzler at the top of the key once again.
The Beadle playing really strong in the paint today.
Yes. That's actually Hammond, not Monroe. I don't know where, yeah. But Rozier going to take a 3 from the top of the key and knock it down. I've been horrible with the names today. Ain't that something?
That happens. You fall behind a little bit.
Yeah. But either way, Dantzler bringing the ball up the court now for Coastal. Once again, going to walk it across half court right now. Gives it over to Beadle at the deep into the right wing. Gets a screen from Green. Drives into the lane. Takes a layup and gets blocked. Hendaway gets him a block. Now on the fast break, taking it himself. Going to go over to the left wing. Give it to Comard. who gives it over to Barry on the right wing. Barry looking for a man down low, gets it to him, but they're going to call a foul there, I guess, on Green. I didn't see very much there, but I guess he may have given him a little shove. Not really sure about the call there.
I didn't see much at all on that, but the ref saw something I didn't.
Yeah. Mio checks back into the game for Winthrop, and Mac Vicar and Reggie Hill come back into the game for Coastal.
Back to the coastal drive there. Beto's he's playing a great game, but like I said, he wants the extra pass.
A great steal by Reggie Hill off the inbound, but loses the ball, but it's going to be out of bounds on Winthrop as Clouet comes to go get the ball. Can't get it. Coastal's going to retain possession here.
Great hustle there by Hill to force the turnover. Almost lost it there, however, he was able to.
Yeah. Jones inbounds it right in front of us, gives it to Dantzler on the backside of the half-court line. Dantzler walks it across, takes it, goes to his left, gives it to Jones on a handoff, gives it to Beadle at the top of the key. McVicar coming to set a screen. Not a great screen, but McVicar gets it, misses, couldn't make the three from the top of the key. Now Mio pushing it up the court for Winthrop. Gonna take it, almost could have been a travel there. Looked like he took a couple extra steps, but they don't call it. Duncombe working on McVicar, takes a post hook and misses. Rebound there by Dantzler. Dantzler had 10 rebounds in the last game.
Very prolific rebounder for the Chanticleers.
Yes, for a guard as well.
Yeah.
Beadle takes a three from the right wing and knocks it down, extending Coastal's lead now to 10. Once again, a double-digit lead for the Chanticleers.
Beadle trying to get his groove back.
Yeah. Beadle now guarding Rozier at the top of the key. Gonna get a screen here. Oh, Rozier makes a great move, passes it out to Kamarad. No, that's not Kamarad. 11 is Clouet. Jones, a right wing three of his own, misses, but the good hustle play by Reggie Hill ends up in a rebound by McVicar. Beadle another three, and he wedges it in the backboard and the rim. That's something you don't see in every basketball game there.
No, but it's definitely one of those little oddities that always, it's like in football, it's like everybody but the center call.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those little things that's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
We actually got one of those. We almost got one of those, I believe, last night in the Packers versus Eagles game. It was either that or the Sunday night football game. But either way, everybody but the center moved, and they still didn't call that everybody but the center.
I'm also glad I didn't watch that game last night. It seemed like a pretty boring game to watch.
It was not very fun. I'll be entirely honest with you. 10-7, neither team could really move the ball. Two horrible fumbles by the Packers ended up in them losing. Yeah, you just can't have those mistakes.
No, but definitely a great. If you love defense, you would love that game. I like defense, but not that much.
Not that much, yeah.
Not to that extent.
I played defense myself when I played high school football. I was a cornerback, and I love defensive games. When there's nothing going on the offensive side, it gets a little boring. The only exciting thing offensive about that game was the 39-yard reception Devontae Smith had for a touchdown, and was the only touchdown the Eagles got in that game.
As I saw on X, the Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo
Dobbs, yeah. He should have caught that. He quoted himself and said yes.
Yeah. There were a couple.
That was interesting.
Yeah, there were a couple drops late in that game by the Packers that also really ruined that game. And then obviously the awful field goal attempt that we saw from Brandon McManus at the end. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't watch the game last night.
It was as bad as the Ohio State versus Georgia in the 2023 college football
playoff.
Oh,
right at midnight?
Yeah, the one where he missed it so far left. McManus's was worse last night. It was awful.
Oh, reminiscent of I always bring him up, the Vikings kicker back in
Blair Walsh.
Blair Walsh.
Yeah.
Very Blair Walsh reminiscent.
Yeah. You're talking about the Greg Anderson one way back when, or are you talking about the Blair Walsh?
I'm talking about the Blair Walsh shank when they were playing in Minnesota. Like they had them,
in the Golden Gopher Stadium.
And yeah.
That was whenever was it the Minneapolis Dome? I think got tore down, and that's why they had to play there while they were waiting on US Bank Stadium to open.
I don't know. I wasn't quite cognizant yet
to
understand everything that was going on. But anyway, to get back to the game at hand right now. Coastal currently holding on to a 10-point lead over Winthrop. Second double-digit lead of the game.
Yeah, Wilson going to bring the ball up for Winthrop as we come out of the timeout. Gives it up to Duncombe at the top of the key. Passes it over to Mio on the right wing. Mio makes a good move right to his left. And then Mio working on Beadle down low. Beadle, the guy who took Mio's number this past year, he gets a little floater to go in over him. And now Beadle's going to get the ball bringing up the court, but he passes it over to Dantzler, who will bring the ball up the court. Dantzler comes across half court, looking for any kind of movement, as we don't really see much. Jones comes up to the top of the left wing, has it, just kind of in triple threat, gives it to Hill at the top of the key, right below the three-point line. And now Hill gets the pass jump there by Wilson, but Wilson goes out of bounds off of him, and Coastal will retain possession.
Something I've been noticing out of Joshua Beadle here is that it's very reminiscent. Back when I was a freshman and a sophomore, watching Antonio Day play for
was
Coastal
not here for that.
Carolina. Antonio Day, he was a great player, but it was either I'm taking the shot or no one else taking the shot.
I hear you.
Great player, but at the end of the game, it was either I'm taking it or no one else is.
Yeah, Dantzler misses a step-back three that's rebounded by Duncombe for Winthrop. Wilson bringing up the court over to Mio on the right wing. Mio working on Jones, two former friends. I used to see them walking around all the time on campus, and Mio absolutely airballs a three way left. Jones, good defense there to get back out there to him, and Duncombe tries to draw a foul down low, but gets a foul himself.
So buddies turn rivals down there. A matchup that I was excited to see when I saw Mio check in. I was waiting to see when Jones and Mio would be covering each other.
Yeah, Mio now guarding Jones on the other end, but Dantzler has the ball, gives it to Ngopo at the top of the key. Gives it to Beadle. Beadle looking for something. Reggie Hill wide open in the corner. Takes the three and misses it short. Goes over the backboard for an out of bounds. It'll be Winthrop ball. That's a tough miss.
Just over 2.5 left to play in this game.
Wide open in the corner. That's when you want to knock down with 2.5 to go. Yeah, that was rough. Here we go. Wilson has the ball, bringing it up. Wilson going to be guarded by Dantzler. Wilson drives to his right, gets his shoulder into Dantzler, goes up with the floater and with a little layup and misses, trying to draw a foul. Beadle brings the ball up the court in transition for Coastal, drives into the lane, kind of pushes Mio, and it goes out of bounds on Mio after Beadle lost it. Mio tried to pass it back in, but he was standing out of bounds. Coastal once again retains possession.
Like I said, I really admire Beadle's aggression here, especially after those turnovers. He didn't, cave within himself. Like, he didn't get shy. He seemed to be aggressive. But there's a point where you become too aggressive, and that's one of those points.
Almost
where
another
it's like,
turnover there due to that aggression.
He had triple coverage and still tried to go for the light. I respect it, but make that extra pass.
Jones goes over Mio and can't get it. It's going to be rebounded by Mio, who gives it over to Wilson. Wilson bringing it up on the right side of the wing here. Gives it down low to Duncombe, who's guarded by Ngopo down low, right around the block. Duncombe drives in on Ngopo, goes into him, nothing there. Ngopo, great defense, and misses it on the post hook. Ngopo flexing after a good defensive stop there. Love to see that. Dantzler gets the screen from Ngopo. Ngopo, left wing, handoff to Tristan Thompson, who checked into the game. Dantzler working on Wilson. Dantzler, a crossover, pushes him, and he's going to get an offensive foul for that one. Yes, he will. Definitely a flop there from Wilson, but one that worked and got the foul.
I mean, with Winthrop, you'd have to rely on trying to get the calls against Coastal, especially a call like that. Yeah, it looked a little floppish, but definitely had his feet set, and he definitely did kind of shoulder him. Yeah. So I could see why the refs called that one.
Yeah, Rozier checks into the game for Wilson. So Rozier now bringing it up the court for Winthrop. Gives it to Mio, who hands it back off to Rozier. Rozier looking for anybody. Duncombe gives him a handoff. Rozier goes to his right, drives in, now guarded by Ngopo. There's a mismatch down low. Dantzler on Duncombe. They're trying to get him the ball. Barry over to number 4, gives it to Mio. Mio drives along the baseline, nothing doing. Gives it back up to Barry at the left wing. Barry drives in, gives it to Duncombe down low, and gets the foul in. I'm not sure if they're going to call the M1 or not. It looks like they're going to call it on the floor, and that's a big break for Coastal.
Yeah, especially with Winthrop trying to get back into this game, nearing the end of the half here, trying to get themselves a little bit of momentum heading into the locker room.
Oh, they actually are going to give him the M1. So
they did give it to him, so.
Duncombe's going to head to the line for his second free throw of the day. Yeah, I don't know. That looked like it was on the floor to me, but it's okay. Whatever. We'll give him the points. Duncombe with the free throw, up and away, and knocks it down. Swishes it right through the net. Coastal now. Got about a minute left here in this half. Coastal has a 5-point lead. It's going to be Beadle inbounding the ball to Dantzler here. On the court for Coastal and Ngopo. Reggie Hill, who just checks in for Tristan Thompson. Rashid Jones, A.J. Dantzler, and Joshua Beadle.
Coastal currently on a 3-minute scoring drought, 0 for 5 on their last 5 on the last 5 attempts, and 1 for 8 on their last 8 attempts from the field.
Yeah, Dantzler brings it across half court, gives it to Beadle on the right wing. Beetle, a screen from Ngopo, but a great switch from Rozier to guard Beetle. Beetle drives in, gives it to Jones on the wing. Jones working on Hendaway, drives in after the screen, steps back from the top of the key and knocks it down. 37-29, and a timeout by Winthrop. A great three ball there by Rasheed Jones, pushing the lead to 8 with about 45 seconds left here in the first half.
Winthrop's head coach is arguing, Mark Proser is arguing that was called a 3 there. You could see him down there at the ref, like, gesturing like, that's a 3?
Yeah.
Thinking that maybe Jones' foot was on the line on that one.
That was very much a 3. He 100% got his foot back across the
I don't know what he was down there arguing about. All I saw was 3, and he was going after the referee. So
I know he 100% got back across the line. But, so now Coach has an 8-point lead as it was a quick timeout break here. I believe, both teams are about to be ready to come back out on the court, so we won't go to break.
Well, 30-second timeout.
Yeah, and Winthrop will have the ball when the play does resume. The same guys come back out on the court for Winthrop, and I expect the same for Coastal. Maybe they go a little more defensive, as they do. Green actually checks into the game for Ngopo, but that's the only change made by Coastal.
As a team, both Winthrop, sorry, Raquel native. Winthrop shooting a similar clip. Coastal 13 for 31. Winthrop 11 to 31. 42% from the three for Coastal and 35 for Winthrop.
Yeah. Rozier going to bring it up the court. Hendaway now back to Rozier, hands it off to him. Rozier looking for some movement on a play. Duncombe gets the ball, was wide open at the top of the free throw line, but nothing doing. Rozier drives, gives it to Duncombe, and Duncombe then gets fouled on the floor, so they'll once again pass it in here.
Winthrop is in the bonus, so this will be free throws coming up here regardless.
That was our 7th, yeah. So Mio's going to come in for Hendaway. Duncombe's going to head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity here. And Wilson actually checks in for Rozier as well. And Ngopo comes in for Green on the Coastal side of substitutions. Duncombe going to get the ball here, go through his routine, and we'll see if he makes or misses this one. Coastal crowd getting pretty loud here. And he knocks that one down, swishes it. Still 30 seconds left here to go in the first half. Duncombe going to take his second free throw, try to cut this lead to a 6-point lead. It's 37-30. The free throw is up and no good. 37-30 is what the score will stay. And Beetle is going to slowly walk it up the court for Coastal. 20 seconds still remain here in the first half. Beetle brings it across half court now. Looking for movement. Gray calling the play, trying to get some movement going. He's going to weight it down, and I think they might try to go with an ISO here with Beetle. No, they're going to get a screen from Ngopo. Beetle steps back at the top of the key, goes back to the right wing.
5 seconds.
Runs the same play, Ngopo. And a pass in the air. Beetle, no. Halftime will come, no shot will get off, and it'll be 37-30 at halftime. Coastal Carolina with the lead.
That's a great half there by the Chanticleers. They
100%.
they went on an early run, got down a little bit, kind of a little bit of a drought, but were able to kind of hone back in, and now head in the locker room with a 7-point lead over the Eagles here.
We'll head to break as we go to halftime. We'll have a 15-minute break, and then we'll come back for the second half here in Conway, South Carolina. Obviously, Coastal Carolina 37, Winthrop 30. This has been WCCU SN WCCU Radio's broadcast of the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop men's basketball game. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WCCU SN, WCCU Radio Sports broadcast today of the Winthrop Eagles basketball game versus the Coast Carolina Sean Clears basketball game versus the Winthrop Eagles. I want to check back in on your players to watch from early in the game. You had Logan Duncombe and Rasheed Jones as your players to watch. How are they doing so far today?
Both are doing pretty average so far. Duncombe has 7 points, 2 for 7 from the field, 3 for 5 from the free throws. He's got most of his points from the line, and 4 rebounds, 1 foul. Rasheed Jones has been playing like we thought he would be playing. He's 3 for 4 from the 3, 3 for 5 from the field altogether, and all 3 of those coming from the 3.
Yeah.
9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 foul.
Yeah,
So Rasheed Jones is kind of outperforming Duncombe right now.
Yeah. And the whole Coast Carolina team is obviously outperforming the Winthrop team as it's 37-30. Coastal has the lead. We're going to get our second half started here in about the next minute or so. And this game has been great. I mean, I can't ask for much better from a rivalry game, in my opinion.
No, absolutely not. Like we said, there's everything from a rivalry game that we'd hoped it would be. Coastal had their droughts. Winthrop had their droughts, and both teams were capitalizing on their rivals' lack of scoring. Coastal Winthrop taking great advantage of those turnovers by Beetle, but then Beetle coming right back and making amends for his elementary mistakes, as you will.
Yeah, definitely. I love the way Beetle's been playing, being able to come back from some controversy the way he has early in this game. Obviously, his 3 turnovers were rough to start the game. This game would probably be a double-digit lead without those turnovers. But, hey, you can't complain with the way he's been playing. He leads us in scoring, I'm sure.
Yep, he leads us in scoring by a large margin. Next behind him, he has 17 points all total. Behind him would be Rasheed Jones with 9. He's 6 for 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3-point, 2 for 4 from the line, 2 assists, 1 rebound, and 2 personal fouls.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Sorry, no personal fouls.
Yeah. Can't complain about how he's been playing at all, minus those couple turnovers and the missed free throws. But he'll definitely pick it up this second half as we are about to get started. It'll be Winthrop's ball to start half as Coastal did win the tip. And let's get it going. Teams will flip. They're actually going to give Coastal the ball. I don't think that's how it should be, I believe, considering Coastal won the tip. But I'm not going to complain any. Beetle's going to get the ball off the inbound and going to walk it up half court here. Being guarded by, I believe that is Wilson. Him and Rozier look pretty much alike, but it is Rozier, actually. I was wrong. Jones gets the ball top of the key. A screen from Pete there. Knocks Barry to the ground. Jones can't get it into Pete on the roll, but out to Beetle in the corner. Jones, top of the key, working on Barry. Goes to his right. Beetle on the drive, and a great find there by Rasheed Jones to get Beetle on the cut, and a little quick layup to start Coast Carolina scoring in the second half.
Great job by Jones there to find Beetle down low. Nobody touched him off the cross from the corner.
Yeah. Rozier gives it into Duncombe, who gets inside, gets a layup to go, and an and-one opportunity now.
I don't know. I don't really like that. He barely even made any contact with Duncombe down low, but like I said, the refs have a job for a reason. They probably saw something I didn't see.
Yeah, it's also Pete's 3rd foul now on the night, so
he's got to be careful.
Yeah,
especially early here in the second half.
Duncombe with the free throw, knocks it down. It's now 39-33, 19 and a half still to go here in the second half of this game.
One thing I want to highlight when we talk about turnovers, Coastal currently has double the amount of turnovers that Winthrop has. It's 8-4 in favor of the Eagles as far as turnovers go.
Yeah.
However, rebounds are very lopsided. Coastal currently has 26, while Winthrop only has 12 team rebounds.
Definitely a big thing on the and Beetle turns the ball over for his 4th one of the night. Barry gets the layup on the other side, cuts the lead down to 4 now for Coastal Carolina.
Definitely a day and night game for Joshua Beetle. While he is leading the scoring with 17, that is his 4th turnover of the game, and Coastal's 9th.
Wow, Wilson tries to draw a foul there, flopping once again. Beetle has the ball on the right wing, gets the screen from Pete. Pete gonna roll. Beetle not able to find him. And a reach-in foul going to be called there on Rozier, as he definitely did reach, trying to get the ball away from Beetle as he drove to the rim.
And you admire the tenacity out of Joshua Beetle. He knows that he's not having the greatest. Well, he's having a pretty good game, points-wise, but he's not having a stellar game with those 4 turnovers. He's trying to make amends wherever he can, but that doesn't mean that you have to become the team.
Yeah. Dancer going to inbound here for Coastal after the foul. Gives it into Pete down low. Gives it to Dancer in the corner. Dancer dances around inside. Gives it to Hill on the outside on the left wing, who gives it to Beetle in the corner. Beetle driving in on Wilson here, and they're going to call it travel on Beetle on what I thought probably should have been a foul on Wilson.
Yeah, Beetle got knocked to the ground there by Wilson pretty hard. I was surprised that the whistle didn't blow right after ground contact was made and ultimately allowed a whistle. That's Beetle's now, what, fifth turnover? Fifth turnover, 10th for Coastal. He has half of Coastal's turnovers all night.
Rough, but Rozier comes off a screen and knocks down a three for Winthrop, cutting the lead now to 1. Coastal Carolina looking to hold on to the lead as they haven't not led since it was 14-12 earlier in the game.
And that's something Winthrop has done great all game is the points off turnovers. They currently have 9 points off of Coastal's 10 turnovers.
Yeah. Jones brings it up the court, gives it to Dancer on the right wing. Pete gonna get the ball at the top of the key off the pass from Dancer, looking for Beetle. Beetle gets it on the left wing, goes into triple threat, and now looking for something, gives it up to Jones at the logo. Jones drives to his right, over to Dancer in the corner, who's not able to knock down the three. Winthrop now, Barry bringing the ball up the court for Winthrop on the fast break. Nothing doing, goes to the corner, gives it to Wilson, top of the key, drives in at the free throw line. Back to Barry, top of the key. Wilson, left wing, gets a pump fake, gets Dancer to jump inside to Duncombe, and a bad miss there from Duncombe. As good defense from Pete and Hill there to cause the air ball on the layup.
I don't think that was a missed opportunity. I just think Hill got a piece of that one.
Yeah.
On the way up.
Driving in on Coulette, takes the post fade, not able to get it to go. Rebound there by Duncombe. Duncombe gives it to Barry, now running up the court. They're going to have a 4-on-5 as Hill is on the ground with the shoe off. Wilson, the three, and he airballs off the backboard, and it's going to be Coastal ball off the air ball. When you have a 4-on-5, you cannot take that shot.
No, absolutely not. A 4-on-5, especially when you have one of their biggest guys still down at the end of the court. You got to try your best to work that into the paint and take advantage of the opportunity that you have.
Yeah, it's a 4-on-5. Reggie Hill trying to get his shoe back on, and Wilson takes an ill-advised three from the left wing that clanks off the backside of the backboard. Horrible shot there. Can't be having that one.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. There's a 30-second timeout going on right now. Anything you want to highlight early from this first half? I think the only thing really to highlight would be Beetle's turnovers.
Yeah, Beetle obviously doesn't seem there's any adjustment made in the locker room when it comes to the turnovers. He still kind of has the yips, as they would say.
Two within the first 2 minutes of the first half.
Exactly, having half of Coastal's turnovers and allowing Winthrop to capitalize as they have. We're lucky that the score is what it is right now.
Yeah.
Winthrop only having 9 points off 10 turnovers. They could have 20 points if they if you math it out. They could potentially have like 20 points. They could have 30 points, but we're lucky the score is where it is. Beetle just has to kind of clean it up on the turnover aspect.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Coastal does still have the lead, 39-38, but Winthrop on an 8-2 run in the first 3 minutes of the second half. I think Gray's going to be over there in the huddle telling them to just calm down, play smart, and especially talking to Beetle in that sense.
Okay, they know the weaknesses of this Winthrop team, and they've been exploiting it very well all game, exploiting the weakness on the three-point shot by the Eagles here. However, I would like to see them kind of mix it up a little bit when it comes to their shot selection, as well as I'd like to see more off-ball movement by the Chanticleers.
100%. I think that off-ball movement would be huge. I think that's something that this Coastal team desperately needs, as we have seen a lot of just ill-advised shots due to guys just ending up in random places because there's nothing going on off-ball.
If we talk, staying on the same subject of Beetle, what I'm seeing is that Beetle needs to kind of take a step back. I know you're a leading scorer right now, but you kind of need to take that step back. He seems to be wanting to be the guy to take that shot every single time. It's like, I get it, you're a leading scorer, but you have to kind of let others do their job and make that extra pass or make those extra 2 passes.
Yeah. He was our leading scorer in the Western Michigan game as well, which we did lose. He was not our leading scorer in the last game. It was in GoPo with 17. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how Beetle does. 17 points, but 5 turnovers. What's his assist count compared to the turnovers?
Currently, Beetle, he only has 2 assists all game. He's not our leading assist right now.
Is our leading assister Rasheed Jones?
Yeah, Rasheed Jones with 3 assists.
I will say Winthrop typically not a good passing team from what I've seen in their stats. They don't get a lot of assists, but they seem to have a good couple of them here today so far.
And once again, a very common phenomenon going on at the moment is Coastal's currently sitting on an 8-0 receiving end of an 8-0 run by the Eagles here.
Yeah, ever since that first bucket, Coastal's struggling to score, but Jones has it on the left wing, working on Josh Mio, the former Coastal Carolina Chanticleer, gets a screen from Pete, can't find him down low on the roll once again. Jones, right wing, gives it to Dancer on the left wing. Hill going to come up and set him a screen on his right side. Dantzler gives it to Hill on the outside. Hill pump fakes, drives to the rim, takes a layup and gets blocked. Ill-advised shot, but they do call a foul. He should have been looking for Dantzler right up top. He was wide open.
I'll say great matchup there. I love the aggression by Hill to want to go up there and get that bucket. However, Dantzler wide open on top of the key. You got to make that pass. You got a wide open 3-point shot there.
Yeah. Hill
But-
will, however, head to the line for 2 free throws, so can't complain.
As they
too bad.
can't complain, you are getting free throws out of it.
As long as he makes them.
They Coastal 2 for 4 on the at the line today. Now
knocks
3
down
for 5.
Knocks down the first one. He's a 50% free throw shooter, so that'll go up now after that one. And Gopo going to come in for Pete, and McAvocar looking to come in for Reggie Hill after this next free throw.
That will end the scoring drought for Coastal Carolina.
Yes, it will. A little over 3 minutes was that scoring drought. Hill, the free throw, misses. He'll go back to a 50% free throw percentage shooter. And now Barry pushing the ball up the court. Jones drives in. Barry drives in. Can't find anything. Jones, great defense. Gives it up to Wilson, top of the key, who's going to get a screen from Barry and from number 25. Gives it to him on the roll, and nothing but a foul.
Taking to the teeth of that Coastal
23,
defense
sorry.
there.
23 of Winthrop. Oh, that's Namako. I wasn't able to catch his name much early today, but yeah. And Mako is at Georgia State. He started at Georgia State, then went to New Mexico State, and is now at Winthrop. Has the first free throw go up and misses. Coastal Carolina now with the chance. If he misses this one, all Coastal students can get a free chicken sandwich from the Carolina Forest, or not the Carolina Forest, the 544 Chick-fil-A, just down the road. So all the Coastal Carolina fans hoping he's going to brick this one here. They're getting loud here. Namako looking to knock it down to cut the lead back down to 1. It is up and no good.
Oh!
Coastal Carolina is going to get their chicken. And Namako comes off the free throw and fouls Beetle as he grabs a rebound. So Namako will go from shooting free throws to now committing a foul.
They just look good. Look, I watch Beetle going down the line. He was smirking.
Yeah. Love to know that I can get a chicken sandwich tomorrow. I will definitely be there. I don't know about you.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's great to know that I have that opportunity
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so-
Namako.
And Gopo working on Namako down low. And Gopo going to try to get something off on him. And another foul on Namako. 2 in about the last 30 seconds. I'm sure he's going to be coming out here with this dead ball.
Yeah, he's probably going to be coming out for a couple possessions here. Kinda-
Timeout called there. We'll go to break. Give us a chance to refresh ourselves, and we'll be back after this timeout. WCCU Radio, WCCU SN sports broadcast of the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop basketball game. We'll be right back. to WCC Radio, WCC SN broadcast of the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop basketball game. Coastal Carolina with the lead 40-38 with 16 minutes to go. Winthrop.
Put your mic down.
Yeah. WCC Radio, we're back with Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop game. Coastal looking to inbound here, get a bucket here. Thompson inbounding it here, looking for anything, gets it into Jones in the corner. Jones gets a screen from Ngopo, drives into the lane, back out to McVicar, who knocks down a 3-ball. A big one there. Extends the lead to 5 now for Coastal Carolina.
That's Coastal's first field goal in about 4 minutes.
Yeah. Rozier going to bring the ball up the court, guarded by a bigger defender, Thompson, the true freshman from Florence, South Carolina. Gives it out to Hendawai on the left wing. Over to Kamar, drives in, passes it out to the corner. Hendawai, guarded by McVicar. I think McVicar got his hand on that one, but a rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Winthrop ball.
Good effort there by Thompson to draw the jump ball there. Although we'll stay with Winthrop. Now the possession area will switch, so that might benefit Coastal down the line here.
I do think McVicar did get a hand on Hendawai's layup.
I'll say outside of that, great defense there by McVicar. I think he did get a hand up in there to kind of knock that off, of course.
Kool-Aid, Duncombe at the top of the key. Rozier gets the ball left wing, drives in, guarded by Thompson, gives it to Duncombe down low, guarded by Ngopo. Ngopo flexing on Duncombe earlier. Duncombe can't get the best of him that time. Ngopo, a big block there. As now Dantzler is going to bring the ball up the court off the pass and rebound from Ngopo. Dantzler, right wing, tries to make a move on Hendawai. Takes a step back, gives it to Ngopo on the right wing. Ngopo, handoff to Jones. Jones looking for anything here, guarded by Kool-Aid. Jones working on him. Dantzler on the left wing, drives in, and gets the left-handed layup to fall. That's a good one there. Extends the lead now to 7 once again for Coastal. Once again, it's a game of runs, isn't it, Cade?
It seems to be a game of runs for both Winthrop and Coastal Carolina, although Dantzler, a little concerning, kind of limping off the court there.
Yeah.
He immediately called out to the referee for a timeout there.
Yeah, Beadle's going to come in for him, and we'll see how it goes. Reggie Hill's also going to come in for McVicar. And those are changes for Coastal. Barry comes into the game as well with Mio, taking out Kamar and Hendawai.
You never want to see when your players go out, but it's especially your second leading scorer on the team going down like that.
Yeah. Rozier drives in, takes a floater, gets it to go.
So Winthrop finally answering back their first points in the last 3.5 minutes and stopping Coastal's 6-0 run there.
Yeah. Beadle bringing the ball up the court. Goes to his left. Steps back out to the left wing. And Ngopo down up at the top of the key. Gives it to Jones on the right wing. Who goes to the top of the key. Drives in. Takes a floater of his own and knocks it down. So we go floater for floater, and the lead is back to 7 for Coastal. Rozier bringing the ball up the court for Coastal. Takes a 3. Misses. Off the backboard. The same spot that Wilson's 3-ball went off on that fast break opportunity when they had a 5-on-4 earlier. Beadle working on Barry on the left wing.
Pretty bad miss there by Winthrop down the other end. Didn't even hit rim, just hit straight glass.
Backboard, yeah. Jones working on Kool-Aid. Jones goes inside, gives it to Hill on the wing. And Hill knocks down the 3-ball. It's now a 10-point lead for Coastal. Once again, game of runs. Here we go. Tristan Thompson guarding Rozier here. Rozier waiting for the play to get set up. Duncombe comes and sets him a screen on his right. Gets the ball at the top of the key. Wide open, doesn't choose to shoot. Barry, top of the key. 3-ball, guarded by Beadle, misses. A rim out. Rasheed Jones with the rebound. Bringing it up the court, gives it to Beadle. Beadle on the far side of the court. Dribbles through his legs on the left wing. Going at Rozier, the smaller defender. Backing into him. Beadle into Ngopo. Ngopo, a hook shot, no good.
Great pass there by Beadle to Ngopo down low.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get it to fall on that one, that hook shot.
Rozier drives in. Kluwe, 3-ball. No good. Far side of the rim. Rebound, Duncombe, and he gets the hook to go on Ngopo.
Winthrop finally getting one to fall there after going 1 for 7 on their last few attempts.
Yeah, cuts the lead back down to 8, 50-42. Coastal Carolina 13 still to go in this game.
Coastal Carolina, they're finding their rhythm here, trying to pull away, trying to pat on to that lead as we get closer and closer to the end here. It's still 12:51 to go in the second half, but still, Coastal's starting to find their rhythm here.
Yeah.
Early in the second half.
We'll head to break while we have timeout. WCC Radio, WCC SN Sports Network bringing you the broadcast of the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop game. And actually, we'll stay here as it was just 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here keep our broadcast going. As a tall number 21 for Winthrop checks into the game. I actually don't have him listed here. One of the guys who hasn't played much for Coastal Carolina. He checks in to be the big man as Duncombe gets a break.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to go to break. That last time we should have gone to break
yeah.
and from a media timeout. They were from a 30-second straight media timeout.
Yeah.
So
it's all right though. We'll be all good.
yeah, we're good.
Rashid Jones gonna inbound the ball to what looks like Beetle, but he does give it into Beetle. Hill came down like he was gonna get it, but no, Beetle gives it to Jones, but back to Beetle. 3 passes before the half court line. Beetle gives it to Thompson, who quickly gives it to Jones, top of the key. Jones tries to drive, gives it to McVicar. Can he swing it in time? McVicar has it. Wing. Hill gets the ball in the corner, takes it in, gets the layup to go. Hill knocks that shot down. It's back to a 10-point game.
Defender just a hair late on that layup by Hill.
Yeah. Barry gives it over to Boygueno, who gives it up to number 21, top of the key. Gives it to Wilson, who's back in the game. Drives in, gets nothing. Boygueno at the top of the key, and that one is way ill-advised. It's going to be Coastal ball once again.
Almost hit our cameraman down here. Not our cameraman, but the cameraman down here to the end. Down here to the left.
Rashid Jones going to inbound it once again to Joshua Beetle here. 21 is Hamilton, by the way. It is, I believe it's Ian Hamilton is his name. Yeah, he did not play in their last game against, who did they play in the last game? Against George Mason, which they lost 96-90.
Long buzzer on that one.
Yeah, and now another
media timeout.
There's a media timeout, so we will head to break. It's WCC Radio, WCCU SN Sports Network, giving you the game between Coastal Carolina and Winthrop men's basketball. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to WCCU Radio, WCCU SN Sports Network. Here from WCCU Radio, we are bringing you back once again to the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop basketball game. Coastal leads 52-42 with 12 minutes to go.
And honestly, you mentioned it earlier, a game of runs. Coastal had their 8-0 run just broken not too long ago. A lot of droughts here between both teams, whether it comes to field goal droughts, scoring droughts.
Runs. That's been the story of today's game.
But currently, Coastal up 10 points on a Winthrop, trying to pull away here as we get 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, we thought the name of the game today was going to be fouls and free throws, but it ended up being runs and droughts. As Wilson's now going to bring the ball up the court, who's going to give it to Barry. Barry at the top of the key, guarded by Beetle. Gives it down low to Duncombe, guarded by McVicar, and McVicar going to be called for a bad foul there. But Duncombe gets another and-one opportunity here.
Braden McVicar, he's a great man that you want to have down there for that mismatch down low. The 6'11" redshirt sophomore forward from Port Williams, Nova Scotia. He came to Coastal. He's been at Coastal since his freshman year.
Yep.
He didn't play all of last year.
Yeah, he redshirted last year.
But he did play 26 games as a freshman, and he started 16 of them.
Great player. I love him as a guy. He can also shoot that thing from outside the arc, so he's a great player down low. Good down low player as well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Duncombe here shoots the free throw, misses, back rim. McVicar grabs the rebound, gives it to Beetle. Beetle gonna now bring it up the court for Coastal Carolina. Beetle gives it up to Thompson on the left wing. Thompson gives it to McVicar, right wing. McVicar goes, gives it to Beetle in the corner, guarded by Josh Mio, the former Chanticleer. Mio gets screened by McVicar. Now the switch. McVicar, right wing, takes the three. Oh, and he missed that one. Thought he was going to get one right after I said it. Duncombe, a good move, but there's, oh, wow. They're going to call they're going to call a foul on the floor there on, I believe it was probably Beetle. And so now Duncombe will not head to the line for two, but will get a inbound opportunity here as he was on the floor before he went up with that shot.
Okay, I was about to say, great heads-up play there by Jones to knock that away from going down, preventing an and one, but it's just going to be an on-the-floor inbound right here.
I think that would have been goaltending anyway. That ball was on its way down.
I don't know. I don't think it reached its peak just yet.
Maybe not. It looked to me like it was coming down. Wilson inbounds to Duncombe on the block. Duncombe gets definitely fouled there by Jones. Yeah, he slapped the life out of Duncombe on the chest. And so now that'll be a foul. Jones trying to plead his case there, but I think everybody in the stadium heard that slap.
Just as you were saying that we thought there was a game of 1,000 free throws, it seems as though now we're starting to hit the point where both teams are going to start, I wouldn't say playing more sloppy, but they're going to start to play a little more fast, a little fast and loose.
Yeah, Mio gets the ball on the, and it goes through Duncombe's hands. So it's going to be a turnover for Coastal. It might go to Mio because it was on the pass, but Duncombe not able to hold on to it. Jones inbounds it to Joshua Beetle once again, something I've said plenty of times today. But Beetle gives it to Jones to bring the ball up the court. Jones comes across half court line, gives it to Beetle on the right wing. Pete comes, sets him a screen, a long screen at that. Jones in the corner, takes the three, knocks it down. Number 4 for Jones on the night. He is killing from long range.
That was a great shot there in the deep corner by Rasheed Jones.
Yes, it was. Now Barry going to try to get one of his own. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Thompson. Thompson gets it, gives it to Jones. Ooh. Jones bringing it up the floor. Good job by Thompson to hold on to that basketball and get the rebound for Coastal Carolina. Pete sets the screen. Thompson gets the ball on the right wing. Jones takes it back top of the key. Turns the ball over, and it's going to be a Winthrop basketball.
Jones pleading his case here with the referee, saying that it was a foul, reach-in foul there, saying that he slapped his arm, but the ref does not agree.
No, nothing there. Say it went off of Jones' shin, and now it's going to be Winthrop ball. Once again, Coastal has an 11-point lead, 10.5 to go. Rozier going to bring the ball up the court for Winthrop as he kind of tries to get his grip back on the court. Oh, and there's going to be a foul on 11, on Kool-Aid, on Reggie Jones, so it's going to be a Coastal ball.
Oh, they're calling it on both of them.
Oh, wow. So I guess they were both hand fighting, so I guess it'll stay a Winthrop ball here. That was something.
I have no idea what just happened on that
one.
Yeah,
I was busy watching Rozier at the top coming across half court, and all of a sudden there's a whistle and hand fighting going down low there.
Offsetting, I guess.
Yeah.
But Coastal now getting dangerously close to letting Winthrop into bonus territory here.
Yeah, one foul away.
And that's not something they want, especially with a team trying to claw their way back into this game.
Yeah, Wilson kicks it out to Kool-Aid, who's once again guarded by Hill. Two guys just got fouled for offsetting fouls on each other. Gives it up to Wilson, top of the key. Gets a good crossover, takes the mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Beetle, pushing the floor. It's a 3-on-3 set here. Now it's 4-on-3. Finds Hill in the corner. Oh, drives it, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Yeah. Even though I don't know if Rozier technically really had his feet set, but Hill went straight into him with the shoulder. That's going to be a foul every time.
I think that the aggression from Hill there, when he shouldered him right in the chest, I think that was more than enough to kind of draw the foul on that. Yeah, I do agree that his feet didn't look that. He still looked like he was kind of shuffling a little bit. Yeah. That was just a brutal run-in by Hill.
Yeah. But that's Coastal's now 7 fouls. Now I think that one puts them one away from the bonus.
No, that will put them into the 1-1 bonus.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like when they get the free throws. Yeah. From having like the free throws off of a foul. But either way, Dancer guarding Rozier here. Rozier drives in on him, gets the layup way long there, and it's now going to go off the other side of the backboard that he was shooting on. Beetle drives in, fast break layup, and gets the foul call. He'll head to the line for 2.
Both players going hard to the ground. Referee quickly in the middle of that one to prevent it from getting any chippiness there.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Good job by Beetle to get a good fast break start there and be able to hold on to the ball, especially as we know you've had troubles with turnovers today. But a good job there to get it, and he'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Also, with that last foul by Coastal putting up at 7, they will give Winthrop the 1-1 bonus. So if they do foul the Eagles here, they will get an opportunity for free throws.
Yeah, and the fouls now sit at 6 and 7. Had to get that one in there.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, it had to happen at some point. Hopefully one of the teams can get 67 points at some point. That'd be a blast.
Right now, Coastal's threatening.
Beetle misses the first free throw, but knocks down the second. Same thing he's done all 3 of his free throw line trips so far today. And now Coastal's lead extends to 12. Duncombe has the ball top of the key. Looking for a pass, hands it off to Wilson, who gives it over to Barry on the right wing. Barry drives in, kicks it out to Kool-Aid on the left wing. Kool-Aid drives in, guarded by Thompson, and a block! Pete gets a great block there, times the jump perfectly, and rejects it away from Kool-Aid on the layup. Gives it to the freshman Thompson, top of the key, over to Beetle on the right wing. Beetle working on Kool-Aid, who gives it up to Dantzler.
And
Dantzler, screen from Pete there. Dantzler gives it up to Beetle, top of the key. Beetle trying to go to work. Beetle drives in, takes the left-handed layup and gets it to go. That was a pretty layup there from Beetle.
One thing to mention with Pete is that 3 years in a row where they're at Hawaii Hilo, he was the leading blocker.
Yeah.
He led the conference in blocking.
Foul called there. I believe that one's going to be on Craig. He was down low trying to prevent anything from Dolcombe being able to get an easy layup. So now Duncombe will head to the free throw line for a one-on-one opportunity here.
Well, what a sequence there by the Chanticleers. Blocked by Pete. Great shot there by Beetle on the pump fake. Get the defender to move. Get him to shuffle around. Give him just enough space to lay that one in.
And a great offensive possession as a whole too. Moving the ball well, eventually getting it to Beetle at the top of the key. Drove in and got a nice layup.
So this will be a 1-1 free throw attempt.
Swishes it right through, so he'll get his second attempt here. Cuts the Coastal lead to 13.
And that will end the scoring drought for Winthrop. That went on for about 3 minutes.
Yeah. 9 still to go here in this second half. 9 to go in the game. And we're looking pretty good. Coastal so far, once again, a 13-point lead. Mac Vicar is going to come in for Craig. Duncombe getting set for a second free throw here. The Coastal fans getting loud, and he knocks it down as well. Duncombe, as I mentioned earlier, 75% free throw shooter. He's definitely adding on to that today.
Yeah, absolutely. And down the stretch here, you want to be making those free throws, and you want your best free throw shooter at the line.
Mm-hmm. So Dantzler is going to give it up to Beetle after the inbound, and Beetle is going to bring the ball up the court. Gets across half court, gives it to Thompson on a handoff. He gives it up to Dantzler, top of the key. Pete gets a screen. Still can't find the guy off the screen roll. Gives it to Thompson, top of the key. Thompson going to move to his left and give it to Beetle on a handoff. Pete sets him a screen. Beetle moving to his right, gives it up to Dantzler, right wing. Dantzler drives in on Mio. Dantzler, tough shot, air ball. Rebound by Hendawai. Gives it to Mio on the fast break. Mio looking to shoot, doesn't shoot, guarded by Beetle, drives to the right, nothing doing, gives it up to Barry, top of the key. Barry makes a move on Dantzler, gives it up to Hendawai, guarded by McVicar. Hendawai stepping back, still trying to find a shot. Hendawai drives in, goes into Gopo, gets nothing there. Or that was Pete, sorry. McVicar grabs a rebound. Dantzler now bringing the ball up the court, slowing it down.
And despite that miss by Dantzler on the previous possession, it's good to see him back in the game, moving around really well. After it looked like an ankle injury, he might have rolled his ankle a little bit.
Beetle drives to his left off the screen from Pete. Over to McVicar in the corner. Back to Beetle, top of the key. Beetle working on Hendawai. Beetle drives to his left and going to get a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Maybe he can knock down both of them here as he's not been able to do it all night.
It can't be understated enough, the aggression shown by Joshua Beetle here in this game. He has just been a one-man band. He's been trying to be a one-man band all night. Some of it's been working, some of it hasn't. But this has very quickly become the Joshua Beetle game.
Yeah.
for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, we'll get a media timeout, so we will head to break, and we'll be back. WCC Radio, WCCU SN, bringing you the Coastal Carolina versus Winthrop game. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WCCU SN Sports Network, WCCU Radio. We are back in this game, back with this game. Coastal Carolina leads by 12 with 7.5 minutes to go.
I mean, it's been a great game so far. Coastal is quickly building on their lead they had coming out of the half. Looked a little dicey to start out, but it seems as though with 7:30, about just over 7:30 to go here, that they're very quickly pulling away from the Eagles.
Yeah. Beetle's going to get 2 free throws here. Hopefully he can knock down both. He struggled to do it all day. We'll see how he does. And he misses the first one. Beetle struggling from the line today as he's now 3 of 7.
I'll say if you want to put this one away, you got to hit those free throws.
Yeah.
If you want to take the right step, putting this one away.
Yeah.
A little bit of switch here.
Here goes Beetle now. We'll see if he can knock this one down. And he misses that one long. 3 for 8 from the line for Beetle now so far today. Gives it to Wilson. Barry on the corner, drives in, can't get it to go. And now it'll be a foul called on Coastal Carolina, a push. So with them being in the bonus, Barry will get a 1-and-1.
A little bit of a BSD by Joshua Beetle. Ben Simmons order.
Yeah.
Great shooting tonight. Just cannot hit a free throw to save his life.
Yeah, Barry started his career at Charlotte, University of Charlotte, and then went to Charleston Southern last year and is now at Winthrop. And it's actually not going to be Barry shooting the free throws. It's going to be Namako. So he's already missed 2, got all Coastal Carolina basketball attendants a chicken sandwich, and he misses another one. Ball is way in the air. Beetle secures the rebound. Beetle going to slow it down and slowly bring the ball up court, let Rasheed Jones get past him.
3 straight free throw misses by Namako.
Yeah, he's struggling so far today. Dancer with the ball top of the key, guarded by Mio. Gives it to Jones on the left wing. Jones guarded once again by Mio. 2 former friends and blocked by, they're going to say didn't give him room to land, and Jones is going to head to the line for 3 free throws.
I don't know. Mio's over there arguing. I saw the same thing. He was smothering Jones out there beyond the arc.
Got his hand on the ball. That ball is going to come up way short and end up being an air ball. He definitely didn't give him room, but I still don't know if I would have called that a foul personally.
I think if I were an official, I would make that call, especially given that he probably did hit him on the forearm there and did not. It was smothered all over him.
Got to make these free throws if you're Rasheed Jones right here. He knocks down the first one. Makes it 59-46. 13-point lead for Coastal. Rasheed Jones once again going to come to the line. Goes through his routine. And knocks the second one down. Now extends the lead to 14 for Coastal Carolina. 60-46.
We're getting very close.
We are.
Another free throw coming up here.
This one will make it a 15-point lead if Jones is able to knock it down. This will be huge for Coastal Carolina. It'll be the biggest lead of the game. And he misses it.
Oh,
Goes off the rim.
this wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, Mio grabs the rebound. Wilson with the ball, drives to his left, gives it down to Duncombe down low. Working on him, gets Pete to jump, drives in on him, goes a post fade. They're going to call a foul. I don't know. Two very iffy calls so far on the last two, but now Duncombe will head to the line for two.
Yeah, I didn't see much. I was kind of screened by I think Mio out here, but
Yeah.
I didn't see much of at all that would warrant a foul on that one.
I agree.
And now that might sound biased considering I was just
Yeah.
talking down there about how Mio did foul Jones on that one, but I still didn't see anything that would have warranted free throws here.
Duncombe misses one. We haven't seen that in a hot minute. But he misses one there as Pete's going to come out for Ngopo for Coastal Carolina. And as Pete now does have 4 fouls, I believe. And yeah, Duncombe going to try to knock down the second free throw here.
That also does put Winthrop in the double bonus, so regardless, they will get 2 free throws.
Duncombe goes through his routine of 1 dribble and knocks it down. Swishes that one. A 13-point lead for Coastal Carolina with about 7 minutes to go here. Dantzler bringing the ball up the court. We'll see what he can do.
So you're Coastal here. Do you want to slow it down, play the small ball, just limit the amount of possessions that Winthrop has down the stretch here?
Yeah, 100%. Beetle has the ball on the right wing. Look for Dantzler, not able to find him. Beetle drives in, kicks it to Tristan Thompson, who goes up, can't get the floater to go. Battling for the rebound, Thompson turns it over. Tried to get it back in, go off of a Winthrop player, but nothing doing. Wilson drives in, spins, goes up with the layup, and gets a tough one to fall off the backboard. Great layup there from Wilson.
A great heads-up play down there at the other end by Thompson to try and force a turnover there on behalf of Winthrop, give him possession in the offensive zone, and then quick defense, and just quick offense for Winthrop in transition there.
Yeah,
cutting the lead down to 11 now.
Yeah, Rasheed Jones has the ball top of the key, gets a screen from Ngopo on his left, loses the ball but gets it back. Beetle on the right wing, drives in, spins, looking to find somebody, goes up with his left hand and gets fouled. So he'll head to the line for another 2. These will be his 9th and 10th free throw attempts here. Can he get it back to 50%?
Almost an acrobatic lay there by Joshua Beetle. He's going deep into his bag of tricks tonight.
Yeah, he has. Hopefully he can knock down these free throws, though, as that's been the one flaw to his game alongside the turnovers.
Credit to Beetle, though. He has made the adjustments. He has not had a turnover since the early parts of the second half.
12 minutes since last turnover. At least 12 minutes, at least. Beetle gets the first one to fall. 4 for 9 for him on the free throws today. Looking to get his free throw percentage back to 50% here with another one.
Bit of an interesting free throw mechanic I'm seeing out there from Beetle. He's got his hand way back.
Yeah,
you can see it right here.
He's typically a very good free throw shooter, 85.7% on the year so far. And he misses another one. Going to be 40% from the free throw line today for Beetle. We're missing 6 points from him that could be crucial late in this game. Wilson gives it to Duncombe down low. Duncombe trying to go to work, and they're going to call another foul. That one's going to be on Ngopo, and once again, I didn't see anything that warranted a foul there.
Yeah, there was a little bit of jostling there, but I don't think enough to warrant a call on that one.
Yeah.
And like I said before, is that now that we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it, now we're starting to get both teams starting to play a little more fast and loose. We're going to see a lot more fouls called, especially now with Winthrop in the double bonus and Coastal pretty close to getting the double bonus themselves.
Yeah. Duncombe going to have 2 shots here. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 this time. He went 1 for 2 from the line his last chance. And he misses the first one. What's his free throws looking like today? What has he got?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Duncombe from the free throw line is 7 for 11 tonight.
I hear you. That's not a bad percentage, especially from a big man. Their center on this team. He's going to shoot his second one and get it to go. Same result as last time. Misses the first one, makes the second one. So now Winthrop going to come out in a press as Jones is going to pass it in. Gives it to Beetle. Beetle going to push it up the court. Beetle taking his time now. Settles at the left wing. Going to move towards the center of the court. Working on Barry here. Beetle sizing him up. Spins. Drives in. Gives it to Thompson. Can't get the English on the ball. Ngopo, the rebound, goes back up with it and gets it to go.
Wow. Wow.
Good job by Ngopo there, being patient, not forcing the shot, and being able to get 2 points there. And good defense from Thompson, but a great finish on the other end by Kool-Aid. He gets it to go. So now we're back at an 11-point game.
Kool-Aid was definitely trying to draw the foul on that one, jumping
Yeah.
right into Jones
Thompson.
down at the other, or Thompson at the other
Thompson, yeah.
end.
Jones bringing the ball up the court, has it at about the left wing, really high on the left wing, but up there. Swings it over to Dancel on the right wing, guarded by Barry. A fake screen from Beetle, who now gets the ball at the top of the key. Beetle drives in and an arrogant pass, now number 6 when it comes to turnovers for Beetle today. 6 missed free throws and 6 turnovers for Beetle. Not great for him if it doesn't come to scoring.
Just as we were singing the praises on Joshua Beetle for kind of cleaning up a little bit, he throws it right behind Rasheed Jones on the movement there.
Yeah. 5 to go. Coastal up by 11. Winthrop has the ball, gives it into Rozier. Rozier going to bring the ball up the court, gets it across, going to be guarded by Tristan Thompson, the freshman. Gives it to Barry, who's guarded by Beetle. Knocks away the pass, but Barry's able to recover on it. Duncombe sets him a good screen on his left. Barry drives in, gets the floater to go. Now a 9-point game. Coastal lead. There's a whistle here, and now we're discussing something between the coaches and the referee on the other side. They called a delay of game because Dancer decided to pass the ball to the ref instead of just passing it in, which I guess could be a delay of game, but I think you should be allowed to do that. We've done it a lot already today, so I'm kind of surprised that they called a delay of game on that one in particular.
I said, did the ref even touch the ball afterwards, or did?
No, he doesn't have to.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying, like, did he even touch the ball? Because
Yes.
like I would get it if he were to pass it to Jones and he passed it back,
Yeah, no.
but
the
he
ref-
didn't even touch it.
Yeah. Whoa! Not at all. That is such a flop there.
Oh, no, he's
by
bleeding.
Duncombe. Oh, is he?
No, he's bleeding. No, that is a. I think that's a fair call to make.
He is bleeding. You're right. I thought he didn't make any contact with him, but apparently Ngopo did, and now Duncombe is bleeding. That'll take him out of the game for a little bit.
Oh. They might be looking at this one for a possible flagrant.
They may look at it, but I don't think it should be a flagrant. I think it's a typical basketball move. You're trying to bring the ball to the other side of your body. His elbows were a little high, but
That was a
not
rough
sure.
one.
Yeah. We'll see what the refs decide to do here. And Ngopo is going to take a break. It looks like Green's going to come in for him at some point.
I was like, he did kind of pull the ball over.
Yeah.
That was a typical kind of move.
Yeah, they're going to review it. So we'll go away for a break while they review this for a flagrant foul on Ngopo. WCCU Radio, WCCU SN Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WCCUSN Sports Network, WCC Radio. A flagrant 1 will be issued here to Ngopo. Yeah, it's going to be a flagrant 1, and Ngopo is now going to be on the bench for a little bit, and the crowd's boos rain in here on the HTC Center. They're going to send Kool-Aid to the line for these flagrant free throws, and this is a mistake as Winthrop's only down by 9, and once again just giving away free points to the Winthrop Eagles.
And I mean, I don't blame the crowd for being a little adamant about that flagrant there. However, while it was a typical basketball move, he pulled it under. I guess what the ref saw, he kind of like tucked an elbow up at his nose, and it's hard not to like call that, especially when they draw blood like they did on
And Kool-Aid misses one of the free throws, so it's only an 8-point lead for Coastal Carolina now. Winthrop going on a slight run of their own here. With 4 to go, and Winthrop will retain the ball, so they have more chances to cut into this lead here.
Yeah, currently Winthrop's on a 7-0 run. Got into this coastal, really deep into this coastal lead. That was up at 15 at one point.
14.
14, my apologies.
Jones missed that last one. So Duncombe, because of the blood, changed his jersey to number 45. He would no longer be 51 on the day. I've never seen that before.
I haven't either. I thought that typically they would just play in the same jersey, but I guess health and safety and all that is first and foremost when it comes to.
I would think they brought an extra jersey for him just in case something like this did happen.
Yeah, you would think.
Ball in the corner, knocks it down. Barry's able to knock that one down. It's now only a 5-point lead for the Chanticleers.
And Winthrop making the most out of the opportunities that they've been given by this Coastal Carolina defense that has honestly gone a little bit soft on the Eagles down the stretch here.
Yeah, we were in a zone there, a little 3-2, and they were able to dissect it and find Barry in the corner, knock down an easy 3.
I'll say if you're Coastal, like I said, you have to play the small ball and limit the possessions, but it seems as though they have not done their best at limiting possessions in the hands of the Eagles here.
Yeah.
With 4:01 to go. You got to get deep into that shot clock, and you have to take good shots. Yeah. You cannot take those low percentage, 3-point shots or those high key shots. Yeah. You have to honestly bring it into the teeth of the defense. Not every play, but you got to be aggressive down the stretch here, especially since you're in that 1-1 bonus.
Got to milk a lot of that shot clock as well.
Exactly. Got to get deep into that shot clock.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even think about making a move until you're at least at 15, maybe like 13 seconds left on the shot clock, unless they're starting to press you.
Dantzler going to bring the ball up across the court and give it to Jones. Jones, top of the key, going to get a screen from Green. Jones going to drive in and passes it out to Dantzler. Dantzler going to drive along the baseline, spins, and has it ripped away. A fast break here. Rozier with it. Gives it over to Barry. Barry drives in, takes a layup. Nothing doing. Rebound by Hill, but it's knocked away. And Thompson able to regain it. Rashid Jones passes it up to Dantzler. Dantzler now going to slow it down once again here. Beadle on the scorer's table getting ready to check in.
I didn't like that. Jones he got way in there. If you have the layup, commit. Just finish it.
Yeah, obviously we're talking about you want to milk the shot clock, but he does take one there and gets the floater to go. So he learns his lesson, which is really one of those things you want to see from a guy who returned from last year, where he was a younger player. He's showing his age there with a good layup there, and I'm not sure what the call was there, but they call a foul. I didn't see any contact. Did you, Cade?
I saw a little bit of a grab there by Jones on the screen. I don't know, though.
Well,
Jones is clearly not happy about it.
Yeah, Winthrop's going to get 2 more free throws with a chance to cut this lead down to 5. Barry's going to be the one shooting the free throws.
Definitely going to be an exciting 3 minutes here in the HTC Center.
Barry knocks down the first one, cuts the lead to 6. Cuts the lead from 7 to 6. Beadle checks in for Thompson. Barry waiting to get the ball. Going to now go through his routine here. We'll see if he can knock this one down, cut the lead to 5. It's away and no good. Off the backboard, but Duncombe gets the rebound and he steps out of bounds. Duncombe was able to grab the rebound, but he steps out of bounds, so the lead for Coastal will stay at 6.
Okay, lucky for the Chanticleers.
I thought they were going to call another foul.
Yep, that's what I thought the whistle was for. Lucky for Coastal Carolina that Duncombe stepped out of bounds on that one, almost giving them a 2-for-1 possession there.
Yeah. Jones looking to inbound the ball. Gives it to Hill. Hill back to Jones.
And now you want to slow it down.
Yeah. Winthrop in a press here. Mio gives it to Jones. Jones on the right wing, taking his time here. Shot clock's already down 10 seconds. Jones waiting, guarded by Mio here. Once again, former friends going at it. Jones looking for a pass as he picks up his dribble. Hands it over to Dantzler on the left wing. Dantzler now looking for something. Going to get a screen from Queen on his right side. Nothing doing. Dantzler working on Rozier. Drives in an ill-advised layup, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as the ball failed to hit the rim. But they're going to call a foul maybe.
Yeah, I think they called a foul there.
They're going to say he ripped across of Reggie Hill. He ripped his jersey. Reggie Hill's jersey is ripped on the backside right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue that that's a foul there. Seeing the aftermath of Reggie Hill's jersey on that one.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're going to grab him a new jersey, and he might have a number change as well here.
Dang, 2 jerseys lost in the same game. Yeah,
it's something that never happened.
Number change.
He's going to be in number 10 now for the rest of the night. Oh, no, they're changing his jersey. What does he got? I can't see. I'm blocked by him. He does have 10. It is 10. They weren't changing his jersey. Wow. Something I've never seen before. It turns into twice in one night.
Interesting.
Wow. Wow.
Like you said, you would think that they would have at least one extra jersey just in case.
We've seen everything today.
We've seen it. We've seen it all. We've seen a flagrant. We've seen 2 number changes due to jersey malfunctions.
We've seen a great free throw shooter turn into a bad free throw shooter. A guy with 6 turnovers.
Who currently leads the team in scoring with 23.
Yeah. I mean, this is insane. We knew we were in for a good game here tonight, though.
I say no. There's probably some people here waiting on with bated breath on these 2 free throws.
They're gonna make Reggie Hill shoot the free throws. Dantzler was ready to shoot him, but Winthrop pointed it out, and now Hill's gonna shoot the free throws. No name on his back now, as Duncombe has the same thing. No names on their back, just a number. Something you don't see often in D1 college basketball.
We've gone back to the NCAA hoops days. They're now center number 10.
Yeah. What a call. I love that. Reggie Hill does knock down the first one, extends Coastal's lead to 7, 66-59. If he makes this one, it'll be the legendary number that everybody's been raving about here recently. Hill takes a breath, spins the ball, shoots it, and knocks it down. We have 6-7 here in the HTC Center.
Let's go.
And I see the student section is going
There
crazy about it right now. Rozier drives into the basket, guarded by Jones, has to bring it back out. Gives it up to Wilson on the top, who gives it to Mio. Mio trying to drive on Hill. Mio gets in there and gets a tough layup. I thought Hill maybe might have got his hand on that one too. Now a quick press here by Winthrop. And they're going to get it in quickly to Beadle. Beadle going to drive and take a layup. Ill-advised. You can't take that layup there with 2 to go. Pass it up to Barry quickly. Jones. Oh! Jones picks up another foul as Barry's going to head to the line for 2 more now.
That was a very messy, very weird play, weird sequence of events there.
Yeah.
You saw right away at the other end, Jones bouncing the ball back to the referee. Prosser, the head coach for Winthrop, all over the referee trying to lobby for another delay of game on Jones there. And I'm surprised he didn't get called for a delay of game.
Yeah.
And then down at the other end, ill-advised shot there by Beadle, turning into 2 free throw attempts here by Winthrop.
Yeah.
Converting on the first one there to cut the lead down to 5.
Yeah, Dalen Berry able to knock down that one. He'll head to the line trying to cut the lead down to 4 here with 1:53 here to go in this thriller we're having here in the HTC Center, Conway, South Carolina.
Still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, Berry able to knock down the first one. Oh, and he turns it over. Rasheed Jones turns it over on the inbound, and Winthrop calls for a timeout. No, they're going to call a jump ball. They got the jump ball before the timeout, and it's going to be Coastal ball.
Hold on. They're going to sort this out.
Rozier was trying to call a timeout, but they're not going to give it to him, and they're going to make it a jump ball. And that's Coastal as they have the possession arrow.
And I said that earlier in the game, that jump ball caused by Tristan Thompson earlier in the half.
Changes the
I
possession
said that
arrow,
it completely changed the complexity of this last minute 50 here.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. Jones going to inbound it again after the last turnover on the last inbound. Gets it to Beadle. A good full court press here from Winthrop. Wilson goes at Beadle. Beadle trying to drive, looking for a pass, and he turns it over again. That's now number 7 for Beadle. Beadle, 7 turnovers today.
Coach Gray staring daggers at Beadle. He is not happy at the effort there by Joshua Beadle.
Dantzler was there, but that pass was way in front of Dan, so I guess Beadle thought he was going to bring the ball up the court some, and he didn't. So now we have a 4-point game. Winthrop ball with 1:42 left in this game.
It is not going to be a fun practice for Joshua Beadle after this game.
100% not. Kool-Aid's going to come in for Josh Mio here. And Kool-Aid is going to inbound it to Wilson. Not going to touch the ball, trying to give them some time. Now he picks it up. Drives to the right wing, guarded by Dantzler. Gives it to Barry, who's guarded by Jones at the top of the key. Barry drives in, guarded by Green. Good defense from Green and a missed shot. Rebounded by Tristan Thompson. A great hustle play by the freshman there to grab that rebound. Now at the 1:26 to go, Dantzler bringing the ball up the court. Makes a good move on Wilson. Now brings it out to the right wing, standing on the City of Conway logo. Dribbling out the clock a little bit. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Gives a pass to Jones as he's guarded by Rozier, the way smaller defender. Green comes and sets him a screen, but a good move. And it's almost another thrown away ball. Dantzler able to corral it. Shoots a 3. Misses it. Rebound by Green. Goes up with it and gets it to go. Extends the lead to 6. Green with his first points of the game come in a crucial time. Clouet has the ball. Now it's looking for somebody. Gives it to Barry. Now down to Duncombe down low. Duncombe working on Green. Gets him to jump. Gets the layup to go. And did they call a foul on that as well?
I think they did. I think that might be an and one on the shot there.
I didn't hear a whistle. It's probably this headset. But now it is a chance to cut it to a 3-point game from a good free throw shooting center, Duncombe, with a chance to add to his point total, which is already at 20.
Great defense there by Hill. It's just on that shot, he smacked Duncombe right on the top of the head.
That was Green on defense.
Green, my apologies.
The Coastal fans, very loud here. Duncombe, the free throw. Gets it to go. Swishes it right through. It's now a 3-point game, 69-66 here in Conway, South Carolina.
What a comeback it has. What a comeback effort it has been for the Winthrop Eagles here late in the game.
McVicar is going to come in here for Green after a good rebound and bucket by Green, second chance points. But McVicar now in. Rasheed Jones, as the inbounder, you cannot turn the ball over here.
Absolutely
be smart
not.
with this press. And Thompson able to grab the ball, gives it to Jones. Now a trap. Thompson gets the ball, going to get it across half court now. They're going to trap him in the corner here. And a timeout by Justin Gray. So Coastal's going to call a timeout. We'll go for a break here during this intense game. WCC Radio, WCC SM. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the HCC Center in Conway, South Carolina. This is WCC Radio Sports Network bringing you this close game, 69-66 in this rivalry game with 38 seconds to go.
Definitely going to be a hectic 38 seconds here. Coastal with the ball in the offensive zone. See what Winthrop does. How they play them here. Coastal in the double bonus. So you can't play them too aggressively, or
Give him 2
you're
free
going
throws.
to concede 2 free throws,
Yeah.
which will put a very, very big damper on your comeback efforts here.
Coastal with Thompson, McVicar, Hill, Dantzler, and Jones on the floor. And Winthrop's going to counter with Duncombe, Rozier, Barry, Mio, and Wilson. See what Coastal can do here. Thompson going to be the one inbounding the ball.
Definitely a little bit of size mismatch there by with McVicar and Barry.
Thompson passes it backcourt to Jones. Jones going to slow it down. Clock ticking down. Jones working on Mio. 30 seconds left to go in this game. Jones still working on Mio at the logo. Jones goes to his right on Mio. Jones to the rim. Can't get the floater to go. But a rebound by Dantzler. Dantzler's able to grab the rebound.
I think they're going to call a foul there.
They are. They're going to call a foul, and Coastal's going to get to the line with 2 shots here from Dantzler. And what a job by, I believe it was Tristan Thompson who got in there and poked that ball out back to Dantzler. And so now with the shot clock off and 15.1 seconds to go, Dantzler has a chance to make this a 2-possession game.
It was a great effort all around by, first of all, by Thompson to smack the ball over towards Dantzler. And great job, great hustler by
misses the first one.
great hustle by Dantzler to corral that one.
Yeah, Dantzler misses the first one, so it'll stay a potential 1-possession game no matter what here.
Just got to make at least one. Keep it a 2-possession.
It'll still be 1 because you can make a 3 and get the M1.
That's true.
So it's a 4-point game here, 70-66. 15.1 seconds to go, and Gopo's going to check in for McVicar. And Coastal's going to bring a slight press here as they're going to pick him up at the 3-point line, it looks like. Mio's going to stay in the game, and Klule is going to come in for Wilson. They're going to look for him on the 3-point range. He's a good 3-point shooter.
Coastal bringing a lot of size here to try and counter this probably last gasp by the Winthrop Eagles.
Coastal going to look to full press here as Dantzers. Here we go. Rozier gets the ball, brings it up the court. Kicks it. Oh, and he turns it over.
Threw it away.
Mio was looking. It was a pass to him, but he went to cut, and it goes right by him. So now Coastal has the ball back. Josh Mio, the former Chanticleer, helping the Chanticleers like he did last year.
Thank you, Mr. Mio. Still playing for the good guys, I see.
Wow, what a turn of events here as now Coastal looking to inbound the ball. Gets it to Jones. Jones, no foul yet, but now Wilson fouls Jones, and Jones will head to the line for 2.
What a turnaround.
Yeah, only 8.8 seconds to go. 1 free throw here does indeed make it a 2-possession game no matter what.
Just as we thought that Winthrop was gonna make a beautiful play, put them within 1, where they come down to the wire here with 8 seconds to go, they threw their possession away.
They did. Jones is able to make the first one, extends the lead to 5 now. 71-66, 8.8 to go. A shot here will make it a 2-3 game. Like you have to make 2 threes to be able to tie it. We'll see what happens here. Rashid Jones looking to hopefully put this game away for the Chanticleers.
You got to think that after this free throw that Winthrop's going to call their last time out here.
Yeah. And Jones knocks it down. The Coastal Carolina veteran is able to do it. One of the only 3 returning players, as you mentioned earlier today, to this Coastal Carolina team. And no timeout is called by Winthrop. They're going to let this run with
Go ahead, sorry.
With only 8.8 seconds to go.
Was it him, McVicar, and Molabea?
Inbound to Rozier. Rozier pushing the ball up the court. Got to find something quick. Rozier, the 3. Misses it. Rebound by Hill. Hill. And the game is over. Whether he made that or not, it'll be 72-66 or 72-68. They'll give him the basket, and Coastal Carolina wins this rivalry game.
Ooh-wee, that was that
closer than it needed to be.
Closer than it should have been, given the lead that Colts had coming out of the half and then building it outside of the half. But what a great game this was overall. We had, like you said, we saw it all: runs, droughts, the turnovers, plenty of turnovers from one guy in particular. But he was able to right his wrongs. And
how many points did he have today?
He will finish today with. Oh, my goodness, he's not on here. He'll finish with 23.
Yeah. What a job. Rashid Jones, as you mentioned him earlier today, though, could not be denied today. A great game from him. to basically win us this game, in my opinion.
Yep, 20 points out of Rashid Jones, 6 for 10 from the field, 4 for 5 from the 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and he had 4 rebounds and 4 assists on top of that.
And the Coastal Carolina team is dancing with the fans right now. What a game from the boys, as they're going to come around and dap up a lot of the fans here. As we're definitely going to look for some ourselves here.
Hey, good game. What
Let's
a
go,
great
Jones. Good
let's
job,
go,
baby.
guys.
Let's go,
guys.
now. Let's go.
What a great
Good
game
job,
out of
fellas.
these
What's up, Bill?
Chanticleers. Great fight,
Good stuff,
Jones.
boys. Good stuff, boys. Hey, good stuff, Beto. Way to
Good
bounce
stuff, Beto.
back. Good stuff.
Good job, boys. But yeah, that was a great game out of the Chanticleers. They didn't early in the game. They jumped out to that early lead. They started to concede a good bit to Winthrop. They didn't fall within themselves. They just played their game, played the ball the way that they know how to play ball,
Yeah.
and ultimately come out of here with a win closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
See, they took away the basket from.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah, so it was actually final score to be 72-66. Still a lot closer than it should have been, but all in all, what a great game. What a great rivalry game
Yeah.
from
Can't
these.
complain at all. That's as good as it gets. It was a pleasure calling it with you as well, Cade.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Wando.
But yeah, we'll call it there. WCCU Radio Sports Network. Coastal Carolina gets the win. The Chanticleers go home winners, 72-66. Winthrop will have a long bus ride back to Rock Hill tonight, and that'll be it for WCCU Radio. You guys have a great night. And Coastal Carolina's next game, I believe, is Saturday afternoon.
Yep, it'll have to be Sunday the 30th.
Sunday, yeah. The girls play on Saturday. The girls play on the road on Saturday.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah. But that'll be it from me and Cade. You guys have a great night. Have a good one, guys.
Shouts up.